Hey everyone, and welcome to the video. So my name's Kendall and welcome to the channel. It has occurred to me that I've been putting a lot of videos and shorts, well actually not a lot of, but that's going to change. But I have been putting stuff on, but I never did an introductory video. So this is that. So basically I live in Zimbabwe, which is a country in southern Africa, but it's really southern Africa. We're almost right at the bottom. We're landlocked, so we've got Mozambique, Botswana, Zambia, and South Africa on our borders, which is really quite cool. We're very behind the first world countries time-wise, but I love it like that. I wouldn't want to be too modern, and we're a very big tourism destination. We've got some beautiful scenic places, national parks. The wildlife here is amazing, and that's really what brings people to the country more than anything else. Getting to see Victoria Falls, which is on our border with Zambia, and getting to come see the lions and your buffalo, your elephant, or your wildlife living in massive open spaces. Very few areas are fenced, and even where there are fences, it's still really big space. So it's beautiful. I'm very lucky to live here, and it's very wild still, which I like the most. So I live on a ranch in southern Zimbabwe, so I'm right near the South African border by the Limpopo River. You guys can look that up. It's a really big river, borders us, borders between Zim and South Africa. I live on a ranch down here, so one part of the property is a conservancy. They do hunting and wildlife, and one part is a cattle ranch. That's where I live with my family. My dad has been working here for a long time. I finished school some years ago, but due to my career choices, which I will get into in a bit, it's been easier just to stay at home for the time being and work from here. So I was homeschooled growing up, and then when I was 16 I left school. And in Zimbabwe we have very good hunting, another thing that a lot of people come here for. And so what you do if you want to hunt with clients, you have to get a hunting license. So you write a theory exam and you get a learner professional hunter's license, which is where you can guide clients from a vehicle if you want to do guiding, or if you want to do hunting, you can hunt the plains game. So that just means no dangerous game. Our dangerous game is leopard, lion, buffalo, elephant, hippo. So if you want to hunt any of those or guide clients on walking safaris, so not from a car, you have to have a full professional guides or professional hunter's license. So I grew up hunting. I have a joke where it's my family's hereditary gene. So I went into hunting. I got to do a lot of it on the property here, discovered that I loved it, went and got my learner professional hunter's license, and I am now working through the process of finishing my hunting license. I had planned on being done by now, but after I got my learners, I ended up going into hunting with dogs. So another thing you can do in Zimbabwe, a style of hunting, is you hunt leopards with hounds. So it's another thing you have to look up if you're not familiar with it, but like blue tick hounds, coon hounds, red tick hounds, all of those Anna, all those types of dogs mostly, and a few other odds and ends that you toss into your pack, and they basically trail leopards and catch them, and you shoot them like that. It's a different style of hunting, but it's very hands-on, a lot of adrenaline. I love to do it. So I got my first hound when I was 15, and then I sort of just added and grew my pack from there. And this year will be our third season, working, getting hired to go catch cats. We get hired to do trailing hunts, which is where you just trail off of a track right from the beginning. And we also get called up for wounded cats. Some hunters, they wound their leopards. You know, in hunting, wounding always happens. It's just a part of life. Obviously, you do everything you can to avoid it, but it happens, and it's a lot safer to get a wounded leopard with hounds as opposed to just following it because of people getting injured or bitten. So my dad was actually a houndsman when I was very young, so another hereditary gene there. And I went into dog hunting, and I got very involved in it and didn't put a lot of focus on my hunting license. But the hounds have gained momentum, and we're pretty much rolling now. So I'm going back to finishing my license, continuing to work with the dogs. I have big plans for us, but at the moment we're mostly just doing leopards, and I love it. If you go check my Instagram and my other videos, I will leave links in the description below. You can go see a lot more about the dogs and other things that I get up to in day-to-day life. I was born in Zim, and then we lived for a few years in Zambia, and then we moved back here to the ranch. So that's mostly it. I didn't like school at all. That's why I left so early, and also I knew what I wanted to do. I always knew I wanted to hunt. I always knew I wanted to do the hounds, and I went into that right away. Sorry. So basically, this channel is just to show you guys my day-to-day life, training the dogs, hunting, living on the ranch, living in Zimbabwe, living in Africa, all the things that I get up to, all the things that go on. So while hunting is a big part of my life and having the dogs is a big part of my life, probably the biggest part actually, there is a lot more to it. I love to write. I write and get published in the African Hunting Gazette. It's a hunting magazine. It's actually really great. If you guys haven't checked it out, you should go check it out. I love to paint. I'm in my off season now because hunting in Zimbabwe, it's not a legally written hunting season. You don't get in trouble for hunting outside of this time period, but generally just due to weather and conditions in the bush, most hunting is from March till it used to actually be March till September-ish, but people get really late hunts now, November, December. But the dogs really only work in our winter months, so as soon as it cools down from around March all the way to August is the ideal time for the hounds. I get a lot of late hunts though, which is not great, but anyways. December, January, February is really quiet. I'm not usually hunting at those times. So for the last few years, I've gotten a job working on the ranch because that happens to be our calving season. So it gets really hectic with the cattle and I help out with that, which is what I'm doing at the moment, but that finishes soon. And yeah, so there's a lot going on and a lot that I get through and a lot that I try, do and want to do, and I just thought that I would make this channel so you guys could come see and watch if you would like. I'm going to start posting regularly and hopefully we can get it up and going and just share a bit of African lifestyle with you guys. So thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you don't want to miss any of the other content, please click subscribe. If you like the video, please like it. If you have anything you want to ask or say or know about, please put it in the comments. I would love to interact with everyone. And then the links to my Instagram and Facebook is all going to be in the description below. So if you like, click on that and you can go check out some more of my life on those platforms. Thanks very much for clicking in, and we will see you guys in a video soon.